Hey guys, this is Darren Apollo from Fitness Artist in Clifton Park. Today we're going to talk about the deadlift, and I'm going to show you 3 variations on that movement. Alright guys, so our first movement is the standard deadlift. So we're going to go with our feet directly underneath our hips, just to make sure we're good and stacked. We got a good foundation. And we're gonna set the hips back. We're gonna stay nice and close to the bar. I like to go with the reverse grip, one hand over, one hand under. Make sure that my back is nice and straight. My lats are engaged, and then drag it right up the legs. Full extension at the top, and then controlled all the way back down to the bottom. Stay nice and tight. Squeeze at the top. For our next variation, we're going to go into the sumo squat. So that's going to be a wider stance. So you're going to think just outside the hips, slightly out with the toes. All the same rules apply. Keep it in close to your legs. Set the hips back, back nice and tight. We're going to have just slightly more narrow grip. Chest up and drive through. Bringing those hips forward, set them back, all the way up. Again, trying to maintain that good back position. Shoulders back, abs tight. With the sumo squat, we're gonna have a tendency to be able to lift a little bit more weight because we're going with a wider stance. You're going to be able to use those glutes a little bit more. They're going to be activated a little bit more than your traditional stance. You'll be able to get a little more power from that lower body. All right guys, so now we're going to take a look at the stiff-legged deadlift. This is going to be a little bit better in terms of getting flexibility through those hamstrings and again, building strength through a little bit bigger range of motion. Couple things that we think about as we're doing this one. As always, we're thinking about setting those hips back. There's still going to be a slight bend in the knee. We want a little bit of flexion in that knee to make sure that we're not going to be locked out on those knees and putting excess stress on them. Same rules apply. Abs stay nice and tight, back nice and straight. And once again, setting those hips back. Grab the bar, nice big deep breath. Exhale on the way up. Squeeze at the top. Again, keeping that bar nice and close to the legs. As I'm doing this, I can feel those hamstrings really firing up, especially down at the very bottom. I get a good stretch and then work that all the way up. Squeeze right to the top of those hammies. Still maintaining that good position all the way up, all the way down through that full range of motion. So guys, for a bonus feature, we're going to do the deficit deadlift. Kind of the same rules apply as we did with everything else, except for now we're going to just work into a bigger range of motion. So this is definitely more of an advanced one, so if you don't have good flexibility through your hamstrings, this one might be a little bit over the top for you. But again, if you feel strong about your flexibility and you feel pretty good about it, you're going to stand up on top. I put a plate here, so basically one bumper plate. You could use a box or anything like that. This is going to allow you to have a little bit of a lift over the top of where your regular platform is. Same rules apply. We come down, take our grip. Once again, back nice and straight, abs tight, nice and close to the body. All the way back down through those shins. Drive those hips forward. Like I said, just giving us a little bit bigger range of motion. And that's just the opportunity to build strength in a bigger range of motion. Nice squeeze at the top. If we're talking about reps and sets, we're gonna really think about what our ability is. If we're gonna go with something like this, I would tend to go a little bit lighter until you feel confident and start to build that strength. I would say maybe 3 to 5 sets. Not necessarily high reps, but maybe like somewhere in 8 to 10 rep range. And then as you start to progress, a little bit of weight at a time until you start to feel more comfortable, and then you can start adding those in. Guys, so those are the 4 variations that we went through today. If you do like what you saw, please make sure that you subscribe. Please make sure you like the video. And if you ever have any questions, hit us in the comments or call us here at the Fitness Artist Studio, and I'd be glad to help you.